Banquet has been set up to honor all the athletes, especially the seniors, as they finish their high school careers. There are a few special guests I'd like to recognize. Headmaster Dr. Kruger. Vocational School Director Mr. Bill Mahoney. Athletic Director Mr. Bud Kelly. Junior Submaster Mr. Dan Ross. From the Medford School Committee, Mrs. Lena D. Giandomanzo. Mr. Watts, Chair of the School Committee, was here. He had another engagement here to run up, but he was here previously. There are also two tables over here that were bought. One is the Mustang Club of Medford. I'll tell a little bit more about that. Mustang Club of Medford, please stand, please. And we also have a group from the Medford High School Hall of Fame with us tonight. We're going to start things off as we're serving dinner with the letter plaques. Letter plaques up here, a couple of those to show. This is the 4th year in a row the Mustang Club has donated letter plaques to every senior varsity athlete. On Thursday night at the Legion Hall, there's going to be a scholarship banquet honoring 6 Mustang Club scholarship winners. Eddie Rideout, a former Medford High Hall of Fame, Boston College Hall of Famer, is coming as a guest speaker. But there are 6 people who won Mustang Club scholarships I'd like to recognize right now. Once you have, when I call your name, please rise. The winners on Thursday night's banquet: David Richard, Jeff Hartley, Kelly Gordy, Kelly Brasco, and there are 2 scholarships given by Mrs. Patterson in honor of Michael Patterson. And this year's winners for those are Joe Dussault and Jessica Colby. Would you please rise and grace? Please bless this food we're about to consume. Bless the adults here with us tonight. May they continue to accept their job as role models and teachers to the young adults in our community. And bless and guide these student athletes, especially the seniors, who are about to finish their careers in Medford High School and into a new adventure. May your wisdom and guidance stay with them. Amen.
volleyball, indoor track, and outdoor track. Ellie Brasco, soccer, basketball, and softball. Ariana Longo, cross country, indoor track, and outdoor track.
Bill.
Megan McDonough, soccer, indoor track, and lacrosse. And Morrissey, cross country, indoor track, and outdoor track. Sarah Phillips, soccer, indoor track, and outdoor track. David Richard, football, indoor track, and outdoor track. Maureen Toomey, cross country, indoor track, and outdoor track. And then Julie Ziegler, cross country, swimming, and lacrosse. Okay, once again, I would like to thank the Mustang Club. Let's give a big round of applause. Ryan Black, thank you very much.
The captain is a leader on and off the field each day. All leaders are made. They are not born a leader. They make them themselves through hard effort. And that's the price that everyone has to pay to achieve any goal worthwhile. And these senior athletes, boys and girls, have certainly proved that to us. For the 2000-2001 school year, there were 35 senior captains for our 23 varsity sports. We had 4 athletes who captained 3 sports. We had 7 athletes who captained 2 sports. We had 24 athletes who each captained 1 sport. And it's really been exciting over the past 3 or 4 years to watch these students mature up to their senior year and to compete. The other thing I want to bring up, and they know who they are, 11 of the 35 captains that are here tonight, the senior captains, I've had the pleasure to watch them since they were 5 when they first entered my physical education class as kindergarten students. So they can take a bow for that, but they've done a great job, and we're really proud of them. I'll start by calling up the 1 sport captains, and what we'll do to make it move along quicker, I'll call them all up, and then they'll... Kyle McElroy. Adam Raskin. Melissa Cross. That must be a cheerleading table. Jennifer Matrano. Erica Thompson. Maria Twyer. Jack O'Grady. Steve O'Brien.
Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Go against the wall. Makes it easier. Now smile.
Scott Raven. Nick Curley. Mike DiClementi. Dave Lococo. Dave Mateus Scalboni. Charlene Cullinan. Lauren Fitzgerald. Kelly Horton. Dan Lasky. Sinjin Yang. Maureen Toomey. And Ariana Longo. How about a nice round of applause for our one sport captains? Good job. That's just informed me. I didn't realize. Why don't you come back up here? Two sport captains. There's a certificate for each of the captains, and in the upper left-hand corner, there's a small blue tab with the captain word on it, and if you're a one-sport captain, there's 1 star, and so forth. And what they're going to do is, there's a piece of tape they pull off the back, and they can mount this right on the letter plaque under the letter award that's described. 2 sport captains, Dave Foley. Kelly Brasco. Joe Dussault. Megan McDonough. John Pasevich. Jamie Montanello. Last but not least, Julie Ziegler.
Sorry.
How about a nice round of applause for our 2 sport captains? 2000-2001. We had 4 students at our high school who captained 3 seasons, 3 teams. Our first one, David Richard, football, indoor track, outdoor track. Ann Morrissey, cross country, indoor track, outdoor track. Sarah Phillips, soccer, indoor track, outdoor track. And last but not least, Jessica Colby, volleyball, indoor track, outdoor track. Come on, a nice round of applause. Sport captains for each of you. Thank you very much.
First of all, we'd like to recognize a very good friend of Medford High School athletics,
That's how it goes.
the Honorable Mayor of the City of Medford, Honorable Michael J. McGuinn. Stand up, please. There he is. You know why I'm disappointed. You know why I'm disappointed with the wearer. That would have really impressed me. We'd also like to recognize a table of very, very special student athletes, a great group. They are the M Club Executive Board as elected by their fellow student athletes. They are Kelly Prasco, Kyle McIlerney, Jen Matrano, Sarah Phillips, Dave Richard, Mo Toomey, and Nick Tucci. Please stand up. Stand up. Okay. We're ready to go. Okay, we're now going to present the Unsung Hero Award. And leading off, the boys basketball coach, John Fusco.
Tonight's Unsung Hero Award for the boys basketball program goes to a student athlete who exemplifies the definitions of unsung hero. Always going out to the floor, never looking to be the man. Always putting 100% in, always in practice, going unnoticed, but always there, being very productive. And this year's unsung hero for boys basketball is Roger Lau.
Okay, next up we have boys tennis, Coach Jody Wax.
The Unsung Hero Award for boys tennis this year goes to a player who was a good role model for the rest of the team, somebody that always put in their all, and somebody who made me laugh during those hard times. The recipient this year is Claire Tara.
Girls basketball, head coach Mr. Bob Maloney.
This year's award goes to a 2-year varsity player. She's been there every practice, never says a word about playing time. Truly an unsung hero of the basketball program, Lauren Fitzgerald.
Okay, next we have the unsung hero for cheering, Coach Lisa Evangelista.
Hi, good evening. The unsung hero for the Medford High School cheerleaders is
someone who's taken shots to the face, kicks to the neck, slaps to her head, and tends to leave practices with lots of bumps and bruises. Talking about cheerleading, not football. Her job is to squat and keep her flies from hitting the mat. Sometimes this means PJ would end up on the mat, but her fly would be on top of her, and that's her job, for she keeps our flies safe. We joke that PJ could hold up the entire team on her shoulders, and I'm sure there were days when she felt like she was. I'm proud to present the Unsung Hero to Priscilla Griffin.
Next up, we have football head coach Al Pear.
The unsung hero of football is a young man who probably should have been playing in a mass unit. He had more injuries this year than any kid I've ever had in my coaching career. And come Thanksgiving, he played the game before Thanksgiving against Arlington, and Thanksgiving Day with some track ribs. And playing a linebacker position, that's really a tough thing to do. And I just was Ryan Driscoll, who's an unsung hero of football.
Next up, we have gymnastics, head coach Josie Penza.
Thank you.
This year's Unsung Hero goes to a very special lady. She's a sophomore, and the way she contributed to the team this year was simply being dedicated, always on time, and totally committed. It's my pleasure to give the Unsung Hero award to Christine Carnes.
Okay, next up we have hockey head coach Charlie Driscoll.
This year's recipient of the Hockey Unsung Hero goes to a senior, a 3-year player, assistant captain, who, because of an unfortunate off-the-ice injury, never really got to play his senior year. His attitude never changed. He was all for the team. Made the games when he got out of the hospital. And that to me is a very, very special kid who will always do well in the years to come. Number 5, Nick Curley.
Okay, next up we have indoor and outdoor track, boys and girls, coaches Tom Lynch and Jack Dempsey.
You gonna try playing?
It takes a few minutes to get up here from the track table because as a coach, you gotta check your pockets, make sure they don't put any silverware and sugar. Last year, I was chaperoning the senior prom. I was chimney pump, I'm sorry. And you have the waitress chasing you around all night saying, Coach, you have our silverware in your jacket. So, you have to check your stuff. I'd like to tell Coach Smith that there are two distinct track programs, an indoor track program and an outdoor track program. Coach Smith and I have a long-standing joke. I show up at the coach's locker room every day and he says, Coach Lynch, what are you guys going to do today? A little running? Coach Lynch, what are you going to say? A little running? It's two distinct sports. This is a great day because you get to hear a lot of track kids. Indoor track. Our indoor season, this youngster is new and experiencing the indoor facility at Medford. He would come beside me every meet, say, Coach Lynch, you got to get to the finish line. I said, don't know where the finish line is. Just get on the track. Just get on the track and just keep on running. It took him a couple races before he ever finished a race, before I'm flat in his face, before the finish line even appeared. Now we can't slow him down. He runs right out of the gym, right up to the street, back to South Medford, where a lot of these great athletes come from. I'd like to present this Unsung Award to Angel Ortiz, and I'd like to see him back next year.
I'd like to give the award for the Indoor Track Girls Award for Unsung Hero. I'm not going to talk as long as someone else will be here all night. This award goes to a girl that was with the track program for 4 seasons indoors, was one of my captains indoors this year, and she did everything I ever asked for her. I was throwing the shot put, the hurdle, the high jump, and she was an outstanding participant, and she deserves this award. Megan McDonough.
Jump in the air and just pray you get over. He's been doing that for me all year long. I don't even watch anymore. This year's Unsung Hero outdoor track goes to Julian Mendel.
Girls Unsung Hero goes to someone who's very special, and she's gone through an awful lot of adversity in her 4 years here at the high school. I just have a quick question. I don't know how many people in here have ever had the word shin splints or the term shin splints and have had it. Just raise your hand. I just want to get an idea. It's pretty painful if you've ever had it. You played sports, particularly if you're a distance runner, basketball player, someone who's pounding on the pavement, a number of hours during the week. This particular award goes to a girl who people didn't understand what she was going through. Her freshman year, she was outstanding with the girls' cross-country team, and she led them as one of the top 5 runners to the Greater Boston League Championship. Constantly in pain. And everyone thought she had shin splints. They said, you get shin splints? Yeah, it's painful. She kept running through them. She came into her senior year, running through this pain. People just didn't understand what she was going through. Finally, she had it checked out in early September. They found out, the doctors at the Mass General, that she had something called compartment syndrome, where the muscle is kind of bulging out of your leg, and it causes tremendous pain. So what she did, she went in and had surgery, and to make a long story short, yesterday at the Greater Boston League Championships, she was a member of about 4x8 2-mile relay team that placed third, and she had the fastest time with those 4 kids. And not only that, she placed 4th in the javelin throw. And this is the first year she ever threw the javelin. Ariana Longo.
Next up, we have volleyball head coach Ray Dyer.
My first year coaching girls volleyball, I have to say I had more fun coaching girls volleyball, I think, than I ever had coaching before in my life. And I know that I learned more from them than they did from me. But there was one girl that did everything I asked. She was never missed a practice. Was probably the most emotional girl I've ever seen. Loved her teammates, always hugged them. You know, kept their spirits up. We only went 2-11, but she really deserves this award. Stacy Mustak.
Are you serious? That is not even funny. One thing you do. Yeah.
Hey, that's a lie. Thank you.
Oh my god, are you serious?
I'm going to ask Coach Dyer to stay up here. He's going to pinch hit for girls tennis coach Eleanor O'Leary.
Never saw this girl play tennis, but she also played volleyball for me. What a wonderful young lady. She also is probably one of the best setters in the league, and hopefully she'll improve next year. Tennis, I don't know what to say about tennis, but Priscilla Vieira.
Next up, we have girls lacrosse head coach George Amadeo.
How you doing? I just wanted to congratulate all the student athletes here tonight and hope your dreams come true. It's a great place to be in Medford High School, so keep on working. I also want to acknowledge my assistant coach, Alyssa Boyle, who's done a great job for us this year. This student athlete has done a tremendous job for me in the past 3 years. She started as a freshman, worked her way up. Girls lacrosse is not the greatest sport right now at Medford High School, but someday it will be. I promise you that. Every day she comes to practice 100% of her attitude and 100% on the field. She tends to do a lot for us. We try to switch her around, and she does more than just her position. This year she's really stepped it up a lot. And in a defensive position, you don't get the acknowledgement in the papers or the goals and such like that. So this year's Unsung Hero Award goes to Cha-Cha Digger.
Next up, we have boys soccer head coach George Scarpelli.
Good evening. This year's Unsung Hero Award for the boys soccer team goes to someone who played hard, practiced hard, and fought hard for every win. He was one of the biggest reasons why we won. And our Unsung Hero Award goes to Richard Silva.
Next up, we have girls soccer. Coach Adrian King.
In soccer, I usually tell my girls that when it comes to playing soccer, size does not matter. This award goes to the smallest person in the girls soccer team. She's a very hard worker. She never questioned anything that the coaches asked her to do. She tries hard, very hard. There's always wanted more time in the playing field. This person is only small in stature, but very big at heart. This award goes to Amanda Esparro.
Next up, we have softball head coach Catherine Murphy.
This year because, as a lot of people know, I had to make a lot of changes on my field this year, and a lot of girls did it without complaints. So I appreciate that, and so my Unsung Hero Awards go to Rachel Vanaski and Jamie Martinello.
Next up, we have swimming head coach Mary Judge. Limping along. Here she comes. The shoes don't match.
This year's Unsung Hero Awards go to two young ladies who were very instrumental in helping the team and coaches. One of them is going to Northeastern University, and that one is Jamie Martinello. And the other person is going to be Tufts, and that is Julie Zingler.
You saved the oldest for last. Making the cross-country presentation, the Dean of Medford High School head coaches, Lou Ruggiero.
Thanks, Paul. I've been called many things, but never Dean before. Our unsung hero for cross country has been a leader on our team for the past 4 years. She led our team, well, one of our leaders, I should say, of our team, finished second place in GBL. A quiet girl, hard worker, and we'll really miss her, Maureen Toomey. Our unsung hero for the boys he's done a nice job. We used to call him the enforcer. He took care of the boys, make sure they did what they were supposed to. He's run with us the past 4 years, and very proud member of our team, Sean Vasevich.
Before we get on to the major awards tonight, each year, the 10 years that myself and Mr. Manacol have been doing this, there are 3 gentlemen who have always said yes to anything we've asked for, And they continue to sponsor these Unsung Hero Awards, like the three of them stand up and take a bow. Joe Grandy, Joe Barletta, and Bill Carr. Thank you very much.
First major award is the Francis N. Pelosi Award. Making the presentation will be Coach George Scarpelli.
That's my touch. For the last 10 years, I've been coming up to this podium and people are screaming for me. Thank you. I must have lost some here. The Francis N. Pelosi Award. This award honors Frank Pelosi, who was an outstanding coach, teacher, and administrator in Medford. Mr. Pelosi started the lacrosse program at Medford High School in 1967, as well as started tradition of soccer excellence in Medford High School. This award goes to someone who exemplifies Francis Pelosi. He's the true definition of Mustang pride. Many a time you find him with his head down, his hair coming down his cheek, because that's what he gave to the game every single day. I can't tell you how many times since he was a freshman. I remember him as a 4'8", 80-pound freshman. Today he's a 6'1", 80-pound senior. And he gave everything. And it's an honor for me to give the Francis N. Pelosi Award to my captain, David Lococo.
Next, we have the Patricia M. Grandy Memorial Award. Making the presentation will be Mrs. Jerry Grandy and Lisa Evangelista.
On behalf of Joe and Jerry Grandy, it is my pleasure to present the Patricia Grandy Memorial Award this evening. Patty Grandy was one of the cheerleading program's biggest fans. She never missed a game or a competition as she cheered on her niece, Joe and Jerry's granddaughter Camille. Tonight we honor Patty by making a scholarship presentation to one of our captains, Jen Matrano. Jen, who served as captain of JV before coming onto varsity in her junior year, had never cheered prior to coming to the high school. But that did not stop her from giving 110% every day. She was a leader from the word go. She always exceeded our expectations and was one of the hardest workers this team ever saw. Jen shone both on and off the mat. An honor student, Jen serves as president of her class and holds office in the National Honor Society, the Student Council, the Foreign Language Club, the Yearbook Staff, and the M Club. Her leadership and skills helped guide her team to second place in the nation. I'm proud to present the Patricia M. Grandy Memorial Award to Jen Matrano.
Okay, the next award is the Mark Comfort Memorial Scholarship. Making the presentation, Coach Tom Lynch.
The Mark Comfort Memorial Scholarship Award is dedicated to the memory of a talented and dedicated young man. For those of us who remember him, Mark was one of the best runners that ever come out of Medford High School. Mark can be remembered as a young athlete that demonstrated exceptional ability, outstanding dedication, as well as a strong spirit of competition. It's also nice for me to come up here and present this award because Mark is very close to my family. Our next award winner exemplifies exceptional ability, dedication, and this runner stands out amongst the very best in the Greater Boston League. She has been a GBL All-Star for 3 seasons. She's been a captain for 3 seasons. She's extremely hardworking and very dedicated. Your parents should be very proud of you. You are without question a class act and a very tough competitor. You're a great young person to be around. Along with this large trophy comes a $200 scholarship, and the winner of the My Comfort Memorial Scholarship Award is none other than Ann Morrissey. Sorry, Paul. Ann will be attending Penn State in the fall.
Our next award is the Bud Stillman Soccer Award. Making a presentation, former Medford High School head coach, Mr. Joe Barletta.
Thank you. Before the presentation, I think this is a good time for everybody to stand up, stretch their legs, and give a good hand for 2 men who did an outstanding job, Mark Smith and Paul Madatow. I think they all deserve it. Most of the people in this room are probably too young. They are too young to remember Coach Stillman. But he was one of the outstanding and top soccer coaches, not only in the city of Medford, but in the whole United States. He was one of the pioneers of high school soccer within this country. Medford High School is one of the oldest high schools in the country playing soccer. I believe it was the second high school that actually started soccer. Mr. Stillman was a man that wanted the best out of you, and somehow or other he found a way of doing it. The young man we've selected for the Bud Stillman Award tonight exemplifies all those attributes that Mr. Stillman wanted in a person, which was basically to show outstanding sportsmanship, be very dedicated to the sport, to his team, and to outstanding team spirit and his desire to excel in his own area. The young man that we have selected tonight was a captain of the soccer team this year. He was a Greater Boston League All-Star. He was an Eastern Mass All-Star. He was runner-up MVP in the Greater Boston League, and he will be attending Merrimack College on a scholarship. A very outstanding young man, Mateus Delboni.
Next, we have a special presentation, and making a special presentation is Mark Smith.
I just found one more letter plaque that we forgot to give out earlier. This letter plaque goes to someone who never played athletics at Medford High School. In fact, he played for my father in Malden Catholic High School back in the 40s. Like Coach Driscoll and Coach Ruggiero, who also went to Malden Catholic, they came to Medford High School not knowing what the blue and white meant. But for the past 33 years, as a teacher, football coach, baseball coach, basketball coach, athletic director, Mr. Francis Bud Kelly has given the meaning of blue and white and has learned it. He is retiring in June after 33 years of service to the athletes at Medford High School. He has finally earned his Medford High School varsity letter, Mr. Francis Bud Kelly. between many years of dedicated service to the athletes at Medford High School as a teacher, coach, and athletic director, presented by the M Club, May 22nd, 2001.
Okay, the next award is the Friends of Medford High School Award. And in the presentation, please hold the screens, Coach George Scarpelli.
I didn't hear that, I wasn't coming up. Well, tell you what, Friends of Medford High School Sports Award. I received a phone call about a week after we had our voting, and when this particular coach called me and asked me if I could give this award, I've never had the privilege of coaching this person. But it was an honor for me. It was an honor because this person exemplifies everything that you would want in a Medford High School athlete. You know, and I'll tell you about her athletic accomplishments, the kind of person she is, but she was one of the things that kept my boys' soccer team together last year. And she'll know about the story, so I might bore a few of you people, but this person, we had trouble with one of my boys, and he was slipping away from us. And this one person held this person together. And that's the type of person that you want around every kid and every team in Medford High School. As an athlete, she was a 4-year varsity soccer player. Each year, her team qualified for the state tournament. She was a 4-year varsity, 4 years varsity in the swim team as the senior captain. She was a 2-time GBL All-Star. As a role model, this person was a volunteer umpire for Medford Youth Softball. She coached Medford Youth Softball. She also assisted Medford Mustangs in their soccer clinics. She also worked with the elementary and middle school swim program, the Minnows. This person also works during the summers with the youth in our community as a camp counselor. In the fall, this young lady will be entering LaSalle College and majoring in travel administration. Hopefully, we see her in a soccer uniform. This year's Friends of Medford High School Sports Award goes to Kelly Hoyt.
Just a little addition of Kelly Hoyt. As you may have seen in the newspaper, we played a tough game against Arlington yesterday. We had to go into very unfriendly territory and play a game, and the stands were packed with Arlington fans, and there weren't too many friendly faces up there. And then we looked and saw her, and there was Kelly and her mother. They had attended every single baseball game this year, and they were there yesterday. And boy, did those Arlington fans get quiet. Okay, the Friends of Angel Torres Award and Scholarship, I'd like to call on representatives from the Torres family to assist Angel's daughter Ariane and son Angel. I'd also like to recognize Angel's wife Elaine. If you could do me a favor and turn in your program to the page for Friends of Angel Torres Award. It's right above Patrick Andy's Barbershop here, VIP. This award is very special to us, especially to Frank Jewett, and especially to Mark Smith and myself, because we were colleagues of Angel Torres, we were friends of Angel Torres. I was a college classmate of Angel Torres, and he was a very special human being. And Medford High School has not been the same for us since his untimely passing. Angel was head basketball coach at Medford High School. He was an assistant track coach. He was a physical education teacher at the school. He was a man who always demanded 4 things from his athletes: that they at all times display character, integrity, sportsmanship, and scholarship. If you look at that list of past winners, this is a dream team. Any coach here would give anything to coach this team. And tonight, we're going to add someone, and we always base this pick on someone that we feel that Angel would have been proud of and proud to coach. And if you see that list, that's what that list is all about, and tonight, we make a new addition to that list. Tonight's winner is a long list of accomplishments. Played 4 years of varsity soccer, was captain the senior year, 4 years of indoor track, captain the last 2 years, 3 years of outdoor track, captain last year. This year decided to expand her resume and took up girls lacrosse. She's a class officer, she's the senior class treasurer, member of the National Honor Society. Somehow finds time to coach in the youth soccer league. She's ranked number 6 in the senior class. She'll be attending Holy Cross next year. This year's winner of the Angel Torres Award, Megan McDonough.
The next award is the Ken Cooper Memorial Scholarships. I'd like to call on Mr. Francis Kelly to present those.
Cut his letter.
Coach Smith, I want to congratulate you on this marathon, great night. I'd like to also say that your father coached me in the 50s, rocket parties. I always admired your father. That's why he was such a great job as a teacher, coach of the public schools. Very pleased. Like Pop, you also coached me. The athletes here are very gifted because you have great parents supporting you. Steve is on it, Mike McGlynn here. They said was going to service at City Hall last night about contracts. The teachers will be paid, the coaches will receive compensation, the roof will be fixed, the floor will be adjusted, we will have lights at home now in the next 5 years. I would be remiss if I did not congratulate and thank all the coaches for the great job. Special recognition. I'm sitting at a table with a gentleman in 1974, Terry Lee. Terry, stand up. When you look at the back of this book, the pages of Terry was recipient of the Richard Fielding Award, the recipient winner of the Bud Ansley Award, and the Harry Smith Award. He was all scholastic. In football, he was captain of football and basketball at Medford High School. He grew up in West Medford. He works with the court system. He received a full scholarship at Cornell University. He knows what Medford Blue and White is all about, and he's back here with us tonight. Those other surrounding institutions that supposedly don't follow the MCAS requirements, they couldn't cut the mustard. There hasn't been anybody in the last 30 years who graduated from any of those schools like Terry Lee. Believe me. I would also like to thank my lovely wife for putting up with me for 32 years. As a coach, I for 39 in the Wedding Blitz. So I guess I've done something right. My lovely daughter was working here tonight, and she probably took off. I was overwhelmed that I received a plaque. I've always had blue and white in my veins. It will never go away. Yes, I went to Malden Catholic, but the cheerleaders here with Lisa and Cheryl, we're losing Cheryl this year. She's retiring. The cheerleaders and the athletes at Medford High School will always be with me. Special breed of people. The coaches are the greatest. Yeah, we want to win more games, but all these coaches, when they go out, your children, your sons and daughters do not get cheated. They perform above and beyond the call of duty, and for that I've been very fortunate to work for this city for 33 years. I thank God for that.
he was working as a member of the school committee. I think it was in 1950, when you were there, when he passed away. He had a heart attack and he died. He cared about the student athletes. He was a great football player. He went to Malden College. He knew what he was doing. They dedicated the gym in his honor. So Coach Smith asked me today or yesterday would I give the Ken Cooper Scholarship Award to two students, one of them happens to be a female and the other a male. And of course, the ladies come first, because I have 5 sisters, 3 daughters, and 2 granddaughters, and I know what it is to have a woman behind you all the time. First young lady recipient, this is basically what she wrote down. She said, going to Medford High has been a lot to me, both the academics and the sports that I play. It's been a challenge and I've been time-consuming most of the time. It's very difficult for me to budget out my time, but it's been so stressful and challenging that I think in the long run it's going to pay off. My academics and my sports have showed a positive increase in the last 4 years. I was accepted to my first choice. She's received awards here tonight, and she's going to receive another one. She's going to UMass at Amherst. She happens to be the captain of the softball team. She's a good student, a great kid, and a credit to her family. The winner is Lauren Fitzgerald. Next recipient happens to be a young man. I saw this kid get in the trenches weighing 185 pounds against defensive tackles, and most of the time they were 240 and 250. His basic letter was, to me, that Mustang pride means more than just blocking and tackling. He said, when I felt the loss of the team, I felt it as a person. He said, granted, we didn't win as many games, but he said, I worked as hard as I could. Because to me, the victories are personal beyond the game itself. He said, we improved each year. He really respected playing for Coach Perry and his staff this year, and he gave him recognition. He said, when we get in a close battle, this is what I used to tell Michael McGinn out in Catholic. The survivors are the guys that get off the floor. When you lose them by 30, 40 points and you suck it up, you know what it's all about. These are the people who mean victory. Because the whole society would get upon is success. If it wasn't important, why do we have all these scoreboards? The whole society is a question of winning and losing. This young gentleman spelled it out. He said, being a student has taught me 2 main things: dedication and hard work. When you do that, and you have faith in your teammates, you believe in a group, and you identify with yourself. You motivate yourself to do things that you probably would have never done unless you had those other 10 Mustangs beside you. The winner is Jack Baldini.
Next award is the William Riley Scholarship. Making the presentation, our head hockey coach, Mr. Charlie Driscoll.
I got some inside information on Mr. Kelly. He is going to stay around Medford, but he also is going to be on the Cape a lot, and I know where he's going to live. And if you see me afterwards, I'll give you his telephone number. Beautiful beaches, he'd love to see everybody down there. The Bill Riley Memorial Scholarship Award is a new award this year. The Riley name is probably one of the most famous names in Medford High School sports, or obviously in the sport of ice hockey. I had the pleasure of meeting Bill Riley Sr. as a player at BC when he was officiating games, and as I grew in years and had the opportunity to socialize with him on his boat down the Cape and practically in every hockey arena in the Northeast. I can tell you some great stories about Bill Riley, but there are people here tonight that can tell you even better ones. His 2 daughters are here, Jane and Judy, and his brother Jimmy. And I'm going to ask Jim to make a few comments about his brother, and then we'll announce the first award winner of this scholarship award. Jimmy Riley.
My brother Bill Riley couldn't be here tonight. He's with his maker in heaven. I imagine he's watching along with his Medford friends. Our brother Joe, Dickie Desmond, Chuck Edgeworth, Johnny Mioli, Kenny Kinsler, Frankie Wall, and coaches O'Connor, Pryor, Stillman, and Eddie Pigeon, to name a few. My brothers Jack, Bill, and Joe were brought up in South Medford, where they excelled in soccer and hockey at the high school in the late 30s and early 40s. All three went on to greater heights at Dartmouth, where the hockey teams were unbeatable in the 40s. Brother Bill captained the 47-48 hockey team. They ran second in Michigan in the NCAA finals in Colorado Springs. Bill holds most of the scoring records at Dartmouth, untouched for over 50 years. He was inducted into the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame in Evansville, Minnesota, October 1977. But it all started on Alexander Avenue in the early 30s. My three brothers loved Medford and wore the blue and white colors of the high school proudly. In closing, in my brother Bill's honor, his daughters are here tonight, Jane and Judy. And myself, I would like to proudly present this William J. Riley Hockey Scholarship to Patrick Giganti.
The next award is the Golden Mustang Award, making the presentation, Mr. Mark Smith.
I would like to call on the M Club Executive Board to come up and help me with this presentation. If you look at page 11 in the program, we started this award in 1992, and there's an impressive list of past winners who have given time and commitment to Medford High School athletes. This year, at the coaching meeting, we asked for some suggestions. Who can we give the award to this year? We got 5 or 6 good names, people that are always willing to help out. But as it says here, the award is chosen by the M Club Executive Board and advisors. So I met with them one morning during homeroom a couple weeks ago. I told them about the award. I said, take a couple of days, talk it over, and come back and tell me who you think should get it this year. So they went out, and they came back last Thursday morning, and they told me who they thought should get it, and I couldn't agree more. This year's winner is a coach at Medford High School. He's not getting the award for the extraordinary amount of time and effort he puts in, because all coaches do that to their program. This person goes beyond the expected. He's always there for advice from new and old coaches on how to handle different situations. Many of us have sought his advice because he's willing to listen and make decisions on what is best for the kids. His time and his commitment as the producer at the annual Thanksgiving Day skit has been legendary, and he does it because of the kids. He's also been quick to jump in as a cameo appearance for the Drama Club productions because he does it for the kids. The last 10 years, he has voluntarily given up Tuesday and Friday evenings during the winter to announce the boys and girls basketball games because it's for the kids. He's willing to do another term as class advisor this year as a senior class advisor because it's for the kids. A yearbook 2 years ago had his picture with the caption, Mr. Medford High School. I think these kids have made a great selection. The 2001 Golden Mustang Award, Mr. Medford High School, Mike Holiday, Mr. Paul Manafort.
The next award is the Ray Romano Award. I'd like to call on Mr. Ernie Adelino.
Go, Coach. That's a long walk.
First of all, I'd like to thank the Riley's, especially Jimmy Riley, because the Riley family and the Price family across the street were very instrumental in any athletic career I had at the time. I'd like to thank you guys for that. I'm here for the Ray Romano Award. Now, Ray and I played football together in high school, Medford High School. Ray, in his senior year, was diagnosed with leukemia. And I can always remember, and I tell the story every year because I think it's very fitting, that we were playing Somerville in the dedication of the stadium at Banquet-May Field. And Ray had just scored the only touchdown in the game. The only touchdown. And the score was 6-0. The game ended. We walked off the field. And Ray said to me, you know, man, this is it. And in January of that year, Ray died of leukemia. Probably one of the toughest kids I've ever met in my life. Very dedicated to football, very dedicated to life itself. Ray died in January, stood for a lot of great things. And I think the recipient of our award tonight exemplifies everything that Ray stood for. And his name is Brian Driscoll.
Yeah, next award is the John F. Feely Jr. Memorial Sports Scholarship. Making the presentation is John's son, Michael Feely.
Good evening. I'm here tonight to present the John F. Feely Jr. Memorial Scholarship in honor of my father, John Feely. My father was not only a student athlete at Medford High School who played baseball, basketball, and football, but he was also an avid spectator and supporter of Medford High athletics. On behalf of my family, it gives me great pleasure to announce this year's recipient, an achiever both in the classroom and on the athletic field, Maureen Tooley.
Next award is the Medford High School Coaches Award. Making the presentation to the male recipient, Mr. John Fosco.
Okay, there are 2 winners for this award tonight. I'm going to present the first one. And this award goes up to a student athlete who represents everything that this award is about the true athlete, the spirit, and the champion of the Medford Mustang. This athlete was always there during the summer league, never missed the summer league game in basketball. Through tragic events during the season and off-season, was always there for his teammates, his coaches, and the program, the student athletes at Medford High School. An unfortunate incident during the season happened this year where he ended up having to miss a few games, and it looked like he was going to be out for the season. He wasn't going to allow that to happen. He persevered, came to practice every day, got the doctor's clearance. And coaches around the league were saying to me, how can this kid's playing? He's great to teach you playing. It was the senior year, he was a true blue Mustang, and he was going to finish out his career. And he came back to playing the last 4 games of the senior year. This award goes to Kyle McNamara.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, if I messed up, so presenting the Medford High School Coach Award, we had 2. One for Kyle, well-deserved, and the next one I'll present to the male award winner. This young man has, I don't want to repeat everything that I said about him already, but he's a true definition of a Mustang, and someone that the younger kids can look up to and emulate. And he's left as a good role model, and he's well deserving of this award, David Lococo.
Making the presentation of the Medford High School Coaches Award, the female recipient is Coach Lisa Evangelista.
I'm pleased to present the Coach's Award to an individual who has put her team before herself every day. She exemplifies the words dedication, leadership, responsibility, and commitment to excellence, both on the mat as well as in the classroom. From the time she came onto our team, no one worked harder. She always gave 110% every day. Late last year, she injured her shoulder very badly, and she would compete or cheer this year in almost constant pain. To best describe the type of pain she was in, I must refer to the movie Lethal Weapon. Mel Gibson's character would often slam himself into a wall to jar his shoulder back into place. This was a common occurrence for us, as this individual had to do that painfully almost every day. But she took her role as captain very seriously and never wanted the team to know just how much pain she really was in. She just did not want to be perceived as being weak. Well, Jen, we never perceived you as weak. Instead, you inspired a very young team to keep going even when the chips were down. You were a coach's dream. Your work ethic was second to none. I'm proud to say that I've coached you, but more proud of the well-rounded young lady you have become. Diane and Ray, you should be very proud, for you have a very special daughter. Although Jen was accepted at Tufts, BU, Northeastern, and Merrimack, she has chosen to follow in her father's footsteps and will attend the University of Connecticut in September, where she will major in pharmacy. The 2001 Coach's Award goes to Jen Matrani.
Our next award is the Harry Smith Award, making the presentation Coach Tom Lynch.
For close to 35 years, the Harry Smith Memorial Award for Sportsmanship has been presented to recognize a senior who has competed in one or more sports and who has displayed the qualities and conduct befitting a young athlete. This award honors the late Mr. Smith, who is admired for being involved in amateur athletics and his interest and understanding of young athletes. I think I can speak for all of the coaches when I say that one of the reasons we all coach is for the same reason Harry surrounded himself with
young athletes. This particular athlete truly qualifies for this award. This athlete is a 3-sport ladder winner, a GBL All-Star a few times over, a captain of 3 different sports, and for the past 3 or 4 years, this athlete has always been amongst the best throughout our league, the whole Great Boston League. It's not uncommon for me to be at a track meet, indoor season or outdoor season, Coach Smith, where coaches are coming up to me, what is so-and-so running today? 400, the 800, 1,000 a mile? What's so-and-so running today? And not too far behind them would be their athletes. What's so-and-so running today? All very fearful that if they weren't on their best, they were going to lose. They were going to lose. Rarely did I ever witness this athlete finish worse than first, second, or third. This athlete will surely be missed. She made practices quite a bit of fun. The day-to-day joking and teasing that went on since her freshman year was fabulous. It's kind of like my family of 11, where the only way we really show each other how we care about one another is teasing to no end, picking on each other till no end, but in all sincerity, it's one way we show that we really care about one another. An example of this was at a hot day up in the back track. We have the girls team and boys team running on that back track. When they're on the opposite side of the track, Coach Lynch takes a roll of tape and proceeds to strip small pieces and turn them into letters. I grab an old dirty trash can off the side of the fence, trash falling all out of it everywhere. And I think it's hilarious, and I begin to write, "This is where so-and-so lives." And I'm all giddy, and I get off the practice, and I leave, and I can't wait for this athlete to find us, because I know it's going to bring up a lot of fun and a lot of laughs. A few days later, I forgot I had even done that. I'm driving up the high school hill to get to practice, and down the hill comes a two-ton garbage compactor, the size of Fenway Park's Green Monster, and on the side of it says, "Welcome to Coach Lynch's house." And I get up to the driveway, and there's 3 busloads of teams ready to go off into their particular softball games, baseball games, tennis. And I look at Coach Dempsey, and I say, "Coach Dempsey, can you believe what I just saw going down the hill?" He said, "Coach Lynch, after 4 years, you finally did it. You created someone just like you." I don't think that's too great a thing, but I guess I did it. This athlete is sorely going to be missed, and I congratulate her on this award, and I look forward to her doing very well at LaSalle College. And this award goes to none other than Sarah Phillips.
Not only did she pull that off, but she also videotaped it. And that dumpster's been to Resco Incinerator 4 times. As long as I want to know who is Tom Lynch. Yeah, next award is the Steve Miller Scholarship. Making the presentation, Mr. Mark Smith.
I'm truly privileged tonight to be able to stand here and present the Steve Miller Award and Scholarship to a Medford High School athlete for loyalty. Unfortunately, most of you never got to know Steve Miller. He was the assistant AD in 1994 and he became sick with cancer. He could not attend the 1994 Thanksgiving Day football game against Malden, but after an upset 6-0 victory, the bus stopped at his West Street house and presented him with a game ball. He passed away the following June. That tradition, after the Thanksgiving Day game, of going to Mr. Miller's house has continued 7 straight years after victories over Malden on Thanksgiving morning. And for those of you who were there at Malden Stadium, that 14-13 victory this year
that kick that Malden kicked to try and tie the game went a little bit to the left, and I think we all know that Stevie had something to do with that kick going off to the side. Every morning when we come to school, we drive up Steve Miller Drive. Every evening when we're done, we drive down Steve Miller Drive. And I'd like to try and get you to know who Steve Miller was. So I came up with this analogy. Put together the following skills and people. Take the organizational skills of Coach Bristol, the enthusiasm of Coach Pear, the dedication of Coach Ruggiero, the work ethic of Coach Matador, the ability to get things done of Mr. Zampel, the hard work of Mr. McAdam, the spirit of Coach Passanato, and the blue and white pride of Mr. Kelly. Take all these qualities and put them in one person, and that's who Steve Miller was. This year's winner has many of the qualities of Steve Miller. Spirit, heart, a great sense of humor, and a quality of loyalty. The ability to stand up for your teammates when things aren't going great. This kid has done that. He is willing to do whatever is necessary, play whatever position, do anything if it helps the team. He's not the strongest or the fastest. He might be the slowest. But he maximizes his abilities and somehow finds a way to get the job done. Steve Miller would have loved this kid, the 2001 winner of the Steve Miller Award and Scholarship for loyalty goes to David Foley.
Okay, our next award is the Lorinda Zaragoza Award, making a presentation. Coach Bob Maloney, and we'd also like to call on Lindy Zaragoza to come up and assist with the presentation.
The Lorinda Zaragoza Award was started in 1993. It's given out annually to the outstanding female athlete. I feel very honored tonight for 2 reasons. Number one, the lady to my left. She's like the godmother of physical education in the city of Medford. This award was started in her name. A little bit about Lindy. 3 sport captain at Medford High School. Went out to Boston University. Is a member of both Medford High School and Boston University Hall of Fames. 31 years as a physical education teacher in Medford. And I had the honor and the privilege of trying to fill her footsteps, her shoes, down to Kennedy School when she retired 5 years ago. Lindy Zaragoza. Tonight's recipient, I don't know where to begin. I guess I should start in the fall, soccer. 4-year varsity athlete, 2-year All-Star, Eastern Mass All-Star this year. Moving on to the winter. 4-year varsity basketball player, 2-year Greater Boston League All-Star. The best free throw shooter in the Greater Boston League this year. On to the spring. I don't have any facts down to spring sports, but I know she was a member of the outdoor track team. This year she decided to travel a little differently, played softball. We read about it in the Globe. It was like she was a 4-year player there. She didn't miss a beat. She started for Coach Murphy at shortstop. I can't say enough of this year's recipient as a person, as a student athlete at Medford High School. We're going to sorely miss her this next couple of years. Tough shoes to fill. But Medford's loss is going to be Assumption's gain. This year's recipient, Frasco.
Okay, the next award is the William Bud Edgley Award. As I usually do, I need help. When I need help in baseball, I call on my assistant coach, Mike Nestor. So Mike, if you come up here and give me a little help. It's a very, very important meeting. I had a commitment to be here. Mike represented us at the meeting. So that's why he's casually retired tonight. The outstanding senior male athlete at Medford High School. When we had our coaches meeting and took the votes on these major awards, when this category came up, one of our more senior head coaches said, this one's a no-brainer. And he was right. Here, dream of having that very, very special player come into their lives. The kid who has not only great talent, but has a tremendous work ethic, is coachable, and has the same passion for the sport that you do as a coach. Not many coaches get to realize that. 4 years ago, somebody decided it was my turn. It's been 4 great years. The benchmark in baseball, basketball is 1,000 points. The benchmark in baseball is 2. As a hitter, it's getting 100 hits in your career. We don't know if anyone has ever done that at Medford High School. We're not sure that anyone has. But this young man has 103 hits right now. He's going to get more. We're not done yet. As a pitcher, the benchmark is 20 wins in your career, which is unbelievable. We've got 1 more to go in the regular season and a lot more to go in the postseason. His list of achievements: 3-time GBL All-Star. As we found out tonight, Coach Nestor came back and reported he's once again been elected a GBL All-Star. Last year he was an Eastern Mass All-Star. I'm sure that's going to happen again. Last year he was the most valuable player as a junior of the Greater Boston League. And even though he finished second, once again, we found out tonight he will once again be the Greater Boston League MVP, and I never remember that happening 2 years in a row. He also was the Boston Herald All-Scholastic last year. I'm sure that's going to be repeated again this year. This past winter, he was named an All-American by College Collegiate Baseball Magazine. His pitching stats this year, he's 7-0, he's got 1.31 earned run average, and he has an amazing 89 strikeouts in only 48 innings. He's accepted a full scholarship at the University of Connecticut, but there are 26 or so people who are going to try to interfere with that come June 4th, because he's the most heavily scouted baseball prospect in Massachusetts. I met the head coach of Connecticut yesterday. He used to say he was not quite as happy as me, but he was pretty close. It was the first time he'd seen Nick pitch in person. I told him I wasn't ready to give him up yet. He told me it was time that Nick move on, and I needed to give him up. So I guess I have to. The greatest thing I can say about Nick Tucci, though, is that as good a player as he is, he's an even better person. It gives me great, great pride to present the Bud Edgley Award to Nick Tucci. Next award is the Ellen B. Ellett Award. Making the presentation, Mr. Jack Dempsey.
Boy, that's a tough one to top. Right? I'll tell you, this next award, the Ellen B. Ellett Award, is given each year to the outstanding senior female student athlete who best exemplifies the ideals that Ellen B. Ellett represented as a physical education educator at Medford High School. The recipient of this award combines outstanding athletic achievement with academic leadership and citizenship. The winner received a $500 scholarship donated by the Medford Rotary Club. The person that's going to receive this award, I remember her as one of my track athletes showing up her freshman year to compete in track. She had no idea what the sport of track was. And there were 15 girls or so just lined up in front of me, waiting at our first practice for me to explain the different events and what they were going to, or what they would like to compete in. And this particular girl, like I said, had no idea what she was getting into. When I got to the hurdles event, which no one likes to do, when you're jumping over 33-inch hurdles. They are so intimidating. They are so intimidating. So I asked the kids, who would like to do this? One girl raised her hand. But she wasn't the tallest girl. The general hurdlers have long legs and they're very tall. So I said, great. She went on, competed, did very well in the hurdles. At the same initial practice, I said, do we have any shot putters in the group? And the shot put is an 8-pound ball, which is very heavy. And generally, the bigger, heavier, stronger girls score it. But once again, the girl raised her hand. And sure enough, she did that. And obviously became very successful. Also, I asked the girls who wanted to do the high jump. And she raised her hand to do that. But as we found out, the high jump wasn't her event. I mean, we had a lot of a new bar because she benched the bar that the crossbar that you put on when you jump. And at that time, we just continued to work with her in the shot put and also the hurdles and outdoor track. She did the discus. She also ran the relays for us. And this particular girl is a 4-time captain of the indoor and outdoor track team, also the captain of the volleyball team. She is truly an outstanding individual. She's the #2 student in the senior class. She'll be attending Tufts University next year, and she will be participating in track. She is one of the finest athletes in my 30 years of coaching that I have ever coached, and always the last one to leave the practice field, and truly dedicated and would do anything to run to a wall for it. Jessica Cole needs to be sitting.
First of all, I want to thank the Young Club and everybody staying here, having a good time in these awards. I have the pleasure of handing out the Richard Luke J. Goodman Award. Comes with a $500 scholarship and also a trophy donated by the Medford Senior Football Association. I want to thank those people. This award goes not only to a student athlete, but an athlete that also excels in academics, leadership, and citizenship. And I couldn't think of a better kid to receive this award than this young man who's captained 3 sports at Banquet High School, which shows that he really gets along with all his fellow students and athletes. He was the captain of our football team. When I first came to the school, I knew nobody. David kind of took me around and showed me where the gym was and where the football field was and stuff. And, he was really a true friend. And I'll never forget that. Was more than an athlete for me. You were a friend to me, and I appreciate that, and I'll never forget it. David has been accepted UMass Dartmouth, and it gives me a lot of pleasure. And I know the whole school and the city of Medford will be proud to let people know that one of our best students is ranked 22nd in his class will be attending there and representing our city and our school. So we have no fears there. I'm sure we'll hear a lot more from David there. As you all know, sports are great, and we all love to play them, but sometimes they don't last forever. And being a student athlete, you win the biggest game of all. That's the game of life, and I really believe that David Richards, the winner of this award, will be a great success.
thank everybody. See you all back here next year. Thank you very much.